Florida State Seminoles taking on the LSU Tigers. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. Now Will Hoyt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. For Florida State, they're seeking their 4th national championship. They were winners back in 1993, also in 99, and then most recently back in 2013. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run now with Will Hoyt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go! Let's go!
With 1 game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the right, this one pulled in by Streets. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially, you have to when you've got a weapon like Streets on the outside.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Tigers of LSU looking for their 4th title in school history. They were champs way back in 1958 and twice in this century so far, 2003 and 2007. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written. But what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2nd and 11. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
1st and 10 now, Florida State. On the carry, this is Will Hoyt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. George. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
Time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
On 1st and 10, George. Over the middle, complete. That's Brady. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, George. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, George. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, Deku. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. One more half to decide it all. We are tied in the national championship game.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it.
Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The offense for LSU back out there, ready to go. So, CD, you look at our quarterback. He's said it. He's been consistent. This is it. I'm graduated. I'm not going to go the grad transfer route. It's time for me to move on. If you're an NFL scout, do you see enough in him to think he's got a future in this league with this little experience that we've seen?
Every scouting instinct tells me to tell him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
His pass caught at the 4. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
You got it. You got it.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you, Tope.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now back to throw. He'll get this to Streets on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. The Seminoles punter out on the field as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Let's go, man.
The offense for LSU back out there, ready to go. And this certainly a nerve-wracking time for both of these fan bases. Heck, my palms are sweating here in the booth, and I've got no dog in the fight. Can't imagine what it's like for an inexperienced quarterback.
Well, bottom line is, this drive starts with a coaching staff telling this young man to breathe. And I know that seems simple, but find a way to relax, let your talents come out, because this is where we're going to find out just how good he is, the biggest drive of his career.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw here. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 17, and it also gives him the first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been... And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a...
That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seminoles push that lead out a bit further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Let's go, let's go.
The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through the same struggles his brother went through. He formed a real bond, in fact, over the summer with one of them, 11-year-old cancer patient Emily Atwood of Centerville, Texas. And we're told that Emily and her father Todd made the 2-hour drive up to Arlington a week ago to watch their semifinal victory and got to spend some time afterwards with the All-American receiver and his new quarterback.
And folks out there should see how Isaiah's face lights up when the discussion turns to the young lady he calls him, and the inspiration that he takes from her fight. It's really something special to see. He makes a point to call her from the locker room after every game, and he says, listen now, she's not afraid to tell me if I do something wrong. She'll critique me in a heartbeat. But it's good to see a young man who wants to get back, one who gets it, and Isaiah Streets certainly gets it.
Emily, too, said to be watching from her hospital room. A surgery scheduled for today, and now she's got a receiver and a quarterback that want her to know that they are thinking of her. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Stepping it. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go now. 18 Gator. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Patch it. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 10, a minute 24 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 65 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Ready?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the pressures of playing in a title game and a second collegiate start just too much for this young man to handle at quarterback as his guys fall here in this national championship game in Santa Clara.
champions, the Florida State Seminoles.
Hey.
Hey.
A difficult loss to, in my opinion, too short career. Tell me, how you holding up?
I don't really know what you want to say here. I guess I had this one shot. I let myself and my teammates down.
Just gonna... Listen, there's some good talk out there, all right? Keep your head up, nail it at the combine, and then this won't be your last game, okay?
You're right.
All right, get out of here.
Thanks, Tail.
You got it.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's right here. Okay, hang on.
Hello?
Hey, it's Emily's dad. Look, I know that you got a lot on your plate right now, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to let you know Emily's out of the surgery and she is doing great, but she had to sleep through the game, so...
Probably for the best.
Thank you so much, by the way. In her, you have really made a fan for life.
Thank you. Emily's an amazing person. Just please keep in touch. Let us know how she's doing.
I will.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care.
The college football season's wrapped up and the draft is 2 months away. Today, we kick off the NFL Scouting Combine. Over the next 7 days, more than 300 college prospects will run, jump, catch, and throw for NFL coaches and scouts. Schrager, who's your player to watch?
I love the story of the backup quarterback who just came off the bench to lead his team to the national championship game.
Okay.
We've never known less about an NFL prospect.
Well, Peter, we do know that he did lose the national championship game. Hashtag matters.
Fair point, but in that game, you also saw his NFL caliber arm, Kyle, no doubt.
He's got a hose, but every NFL quarterback going into this draft has an NFL caliber arm. I'm just saying, if I'm a GM, I'm not going to just take some flyer on a kid who played in 2 games. I'm not doing it.
Come on, Debbie Downer. Listen, I'm with you, but we saw some good things in those 2 games. We saw good fundamentals. We saw good instincts. If he blows up the combine, he'll go in the 4th round, 5th at the latest.
Guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear you, and I've been hearing you for the last 15 minutes. I'm on top of it. How many times do you need to... Yes, I'm on top of it. I'm meeting with... I've got a few other guys to meet this week, and then I know that there's a time restraint. I understand that.
Thanks for taking time to meet me.
Yes. Well, I know what he wants. I understand what he wants. He's told me what he wants. You don't have to tell me what he wants as well, okay? Just, can you hold on for a second? Thank you. No, just be quiet. I take any of the other top quarterbacks available, and I get praise, and I get to keep my job. I pick you? A player that barely even picked up a ball in college? And then I'm nuts. And the seat that I've got to sit on gets red hot. So why don't you tell me why you should even be on my radar?
Growing up, never lost a game I started. Pee Wee through high school. I have the talent. More importantly, I hate to lose. I can showcase that in the NFL. You pick me, you're gonna make a lot of the team sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Call me back, but...
Yes, I'll have to call you back.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Bye.
Are you for real? You and I have a mutual friend in common. Mr. Jack Ford. He and I served on the same staff in St. Louis together. What do you think he might say about your ability to lead a locker room?
Look, I respect Jack Ford, and I want you...
Let me just stop you right there. Jack had nothing but praise to say about you. And frankly, now so do I. Listen, the truth is, my owner, he wants someone with the measurables. You go out there and you impress, and you will be on our radar. Can you do that?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Drink an extra protein shake or whatever you gotta do.
Okay.
Hand over your phone. I want to check your internet history.
You want me to give you my phone? Is that just like normal procedure?
You bet it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
But at least now I know I can trust you with your playbook.
Yes, you can.
You're on a mountain in Alaska on a bus going 100 miles an hour. Where are you sitting on the bus?
Bus in Alaska. Well, back of the bus.
Back of the bus? Why?
I can help people escape out the back.
Are leaders in the front of the bus, the middle of the bus, or the back of the bus?
Leaders are where they need to be.
Interesting answer.
I figure back of the bus, saving people. Makes me look selfless. Shows that I'm a team player.
Good answer. The correct answer should have been wherever I'm needed.
Funny how many eyes are on us right now, huh? Breaking us down, picking us apart. Every mistake amplified. But we got it though, right? At least I know I do.
Hey, I'm looking for your agent.
I don't have an agent.
Didn't have an agent. Les Moore, congratulations.
For what?
For getting an agent. Me. Boom.
I don't think. Have I met you before?
You're about to know me.
Quarterbacks, group 4.
Looks like you're up to throw, kid. Go get him. Or should I say, go get him, client. You,
No, I'm good, man, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Got a lot of people already. Full roster. Too full.
Let's go now. Hey, read. let's go, let's go! Hot, hot! Ready, break! Hot, hot! Down! 60 orange. Ready! Set hot! 60 Pittsburgh! Set go! Ready, ready! 15 Lonnie. Ready! Here we go! Set! 50. Play! Hut, hut! Here we go! Go! Set! Ready! 70 in. Ready, go! Let's go now, let's go now! Set, hut! Ready! 90, full! Ready, go! Ready up! Set, go! On the top! Let's go! Come on, set! 8, hot, hot! Here we go, here we go! 10 Lobo! Hot, hot! Set! 10 2 something. Ready! Okay, Frank! Set, go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Ready? On the set! Hut, hut! Got it? Go!
Thanks, man.
New York fans were very vocal about you this week on social media. How would you feel about playing for the Giant?
Well, I'm flattered by their interest. But honestly, I just want a shot. If they give me a chance, I'll be ready to work.
Totally understand.
What do you feel is your biggest strength as an NFL quarterback?
Well, I've worked with the legendary Jack Ford, so reading a defense is in my DNA.
What do you say to the critics that think you weren't ready to play in the NFL?
Have any of these critics ever played football? Honestly, I don't care what they say. It's all white noise to me. All that really matters is what those NFL teams think, guys.
Let's say this all doesn't work out for you. What's your plan B?
No plan B for me.
That's a great answer.
It's very smart. Thank you.
Bavarian chocolate cake. Nice twist. That's my client. Let it go to voicemail. Build some anticipation.
But if you answer it, you'll show that the teams can count on you. So, answer it.
Hello?
Sorry, sir. We regret to...
Yeah.
What was?
You're not getting an invite to the draft. Which is a good thing. I mean, just ask Brady, right? Hey, how's this? I know a tailor, and he can make it feel like you're there. What's your vibe?
I don't really have a vibe. Should get like a suit?
Suit? Huh, ma'am? You like a man in a nice suit?
Him? Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Stamp of approval. First class stamp of approval for somebody who's not getting invited to the draft.
I don't even have a suit.
Since 2010 have made the most Pro Bowl noise with picks like this. Daniel, just a quick thought before we send things to the stage over there.
Some interesting quarterbacks. Ryan Finley, Jarrett Stidham, Clayton Thorson from Northwestern. I'm anxious to see where they go today.
Those are the quarterbacks that are at the top of your draft. And as you can see, most of any school on day number 3. And that is a draft nugget. We're just dropping draft nuggets.
He throws the best ball of anybody in.
Couldn't have done better at the combine.
You know, I didn't ask you to be my agent.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have been. I had people lining up wanting me to represent them.
No, you didn't, actually. I don't even know if you're accredited, man.
Put her on speaker.
Okay. Hello?
This is Cliff Kingsbury, head coach out here in Arizona. We've had our eye on you for a while. Congratulations, kid. Be ready to compete.
We will be!
Who was that?
No one, don't worry about it. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be there. I'll be ready to go. Thank you. Oh, yes!
Let's get some grilled cheese.
Let's start at the top. The Cardinals, draft winners or draft losers?
I'm going with winners, Kay. They drafted for athleticism and upside. They got a whole bunch of guys with a ton of it.
What do you think about that 4th-round pick, the quarterback?
Well, he has the potential to be the 2nd or 3rd best quarterback in this draft. I mean, can he come in right away and make plays right now? Probably not, but soon, though.
Do you think he'll start any games this season?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he showed flashes in the playoffs and the combine, and he has the talent that can go out there and lead this team.
That's why we love Nate. Very optimistic. Everybody's going to Canton, but no, hold on, Nate. You're right. Late in the season's out of reach. I think they'll give him a chance to test the waters, right?
Late in the season, man. You know how this game goes. It's going to be sooner than that. And I bet they'll be pleasantly surprised.
So where are we headed? Oh, isn't it on the app?
That you?
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm a professional. But for what it's worth, I think you are the guy that's gonna turn things around here for our quarterback situation. And I played a little JUCO ball myself.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Had the coach in here last week, and I was not impressed at all. I do a little JV coaching in my spare time, so I have a really good feel about the game. Should have told him one of my plays. He could have used it this Sunday.
Actually, I haven't met him yet.
Kingsbury. Guy was coaching in college last year, but apparently he's some kind of mastermind. Enough about him. Let's talk about your weapons. We got Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah, he's getting up there in age, but he can always get open. You can always get him the ball. You got David Johnson. Still is a weapon in the passing game for you. Get him involved early. I promise you, good things will happen, my friend. Last year we got Rosen. This year we got Murray. But personally, I think you are the next Kurt Warner. Could you tell Cliff that, please?
Thanks. I'll pass it along. Not really sure how much they'll listen to me, though. I'm just the rookie.
Heck,